check this out, right? I just stopped by to talk that talk for a minute, man. You know what I'm talking about? Quick story time, right? So I was born in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? And my dad was one of those like old school dads, man. You know what I'm saying? Where he didn't play that, you know what I'm saying? And we know he didn't play that, okay? And go back to when he was young, his mom put him out at an early age, right? So I think he was around maybe 16, 17 or something like that. His mom put him out the house, okay? So I'm thinking, like he probably would put me out one day too if I, you know, didn't do what I was supposed to do in the house. He was real strict, okay? So this particular day, it was in the summertime. Okay, so summertime, I go to the house and take my shower or whatever. I hit the streets. You know what I'm saying? Gone for the rest of the day. Okay, so my dad did landscaping. So if you know anything about landscaping, you know they're gonna be cutting grass, cutting hedges, all that good stuff, blowing leaves and raking leaves, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So this particular day, he cut some trees down around the house. Okay, so it was my job to get them up. He cut them, I get them up. I didn't have a problem with that. Okay. When he told me he's gonna do something around the house, he'll cut them down early. So when I wake up or whatever, get myself together, I go ahead and get them up. Right. So he end up getting in a little late that day. But he cut the trees down or whatever, and it looked like it was about to rain. So he told me, he was like, man, it looked like it's about to rain, man. So you really don't have to get them up today. You can do it tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I go in the house, I take my shower or whatever, I get dressed, and I leave. And normally I'm gone for the rest of the day. I probably don't come back until tomorrow. Now, mind you, I'm in college at the time, but I still stayed at my parents' house when I came home. Okay. So I'm at home for the summer, and my dad, he like, man, you don't have to do it. So I leave the house. So I get a call about an hour or so later. He like, hey, I changed my mind, man. Come get the leaves up. And I'm like, I don't think that's gonna happen. I said, you told me I didn't have to. So I would do it tomorrow. That's what you said, because I'm already gone for the day. You know what I'm saying? And he took offense to that. Now I probably was wrong when I told him no, but it's like, you told me I could do it tomorrow. So in my mind, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Okay. So I was like, man, I said, I ain't coming back to do it today. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And my dad said, if you can't do what I asked you to do, you can get out of here. And had me Billy Bad, big Billy Bad. I'm just tough. And I'm like, cool. I like, well, I ain't gotta come back there no more then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got me somewhere to stay. Well, I could have, I was at my auntie. I could have stayed at my auntie, but still, it's the point. He really told me to get out that house because I didn't come back and get those bushes up that particular day. And so I didn't really think too much of it, that day. But I really should have went back and got them up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm big bad Billy Joe. I'm like, nah, man, I get that stuff up tomorrow, like you said. So he said, you got to get up out of here. And he was dead serious too. He didn't think twice. He said, I got to get out the house. So my mama, the peacemaker or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And she want to call. I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, nah, he told me I could do it tomorrow, so I'm going to do it tomorrow. So the summer over, I go back to college, Alcorn, go back to Alcorn or whatever. And so, mind you now, I'm out the house. I ain't talking to my daddy. I'm talking to my mama. I ain't talking to my dad though. You know what I'm saying? So, the thing that made me apologize to him and him apologize to me, I think it was either his birthday or Father's Day. So my mom got on the phone, being a peacemaker she is. She was like, Dara, it's your dad birthday or Father's Day, whatever. It was one of them. She was like, call that man, Dara. I said, I'm not calling him. I don't want to talk to him. He put me out. Ain't nothing else we got to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Still big bad Billy Joe. You know what I'm saying? She was like, go ahead and call him. I'm like, nah, I ain't calling him. And, she asked again. So I was like, all right, ma, I'll do it for you. You feel me? So I called my dad and I apologized and told him I was wrong for what I did. And you know, he apologized too and told me he was wrong for what he did. You know what I'm saying? So after that, you know, we was back. You know, back everything was back the way it's supposed to be. You know, I was able to go back to the house or whatnot. You know, I just, you know, wanted to talk about that story time. You know, kids, if you out there, man, you listening to this video, man, just do what your parents ask you to do. Okay, do what they ask you to do, and just, you know, be obedient. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it wasn't nothing like super major, but it was major at the same time. You know, and I regret it. You know, because I should have just came back and did it, and you know, take me another shower and get back in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't gonna take me long to do it. You know what I'm saying? But now that I think about it, you know, like I should have just did it. You feel me? So don't be emotional when you make decisions, okay? When you're emotional and make decisions, it's not going to be good for you, okay? So I just wanted to stop by and tell that quick story time, man, about the time my dad kicked me out the house when I was in college.